Hello everyone and welcome to our first Nottingham Free School Reading Recommendations video, in the hope that we can inspire you to read some different texts and escape the monotony of lockdown with a book. So in this video, I'm going to quickly talk you through 5 recommendations from students in different year groups, along with one of my own. I have received lots of different recommendations over the past week, so I've not managed to include everyone, but if you keep your eyes peeled on the NFS YouTube account, then I will be making another video shortly. So first of all, my recommendation is for a book called On the Come Up by Angie Thomas, which was recommended to me by Miss Britton. I really enjoyed this book and managed to read it quite quickly. It's by the same author who wrote The Hate U Give, and it is set in the same location in Garden Heights in America. I love this book because Bri, a female rapper with a difficult family background, is truly inspirational. My highlight has to be her raps, which are really poetic, including the 10 Snap Commandments, a reference you'll understand if you like the Notorious B.I.G. It's set in the same place as The Hate U Give, so if you enjoyed that, you'll love this too. I would recommend this for years 9, 10, 11 and beyond. The 3 words I would use to sum up this book are hip-hop, family and racism. So if you love your hip-hop music, if you're interested in a tale about overcoming hardship, this might be the book for you. Also, with the recent incidences of racism and racist attacks in America, this book is quite topical and gives you quite an insight into what life can be like in inner city America. So I would definitely recommend this book. Our first student recommendation comes from R in year 7, and he has chosen a book called Where the World Ends by Geraldine McCaffrian, which is based on a true story set in St Kilda. He recommended this book because it's set around medieval times and it's based on true events about men marooned on an island. It has a lot of information about birds and has some tricky vocabulary. So if you're interested in books where there is tragedy and hardship, or if you love history, then this could be the book for you. It looks kind of similar to Lord of the Flies or Treasure Island, but I haven't actually read this book, although I will add it to my list. Our second book recommendation comes from M in year 8, and she has chosen The Light Jar by Lisa Thompson. Lisa Thompson also wrote The Goldfish Boy, which I know many of you have already read. It's a great story. And M says The Light Jar is really addictive, unpredictable and tense. She read this book in just a few hours because she just couldn't put it down. So just a bit more information about the story itself. It is about Nate, a boy who lives with his mother and her abusive boyfriend. When Nate and his mum escape to a mysterious cottage, the adventure really begins. So if you're interested in mysteries, family adventures, then this could be the text for you. Our third recommendation may be a book you've already read or by an author who you might have already read some of his stories. And this is Fantastic Mr. Fox by Roald Dahl. Jay says that he recommends this book because it's quite short and easy to read, which makes it more enjoyable. It's also very funny and creative. And he's included a quote from the book, which is, "It was the finest tale for miles around." And if you've seen the film Fantastic Mr. Fox, which is absolutely hilarious, I do recommend that as well, you'll know that Mr. Fox is very proud of his tale. If you like books about family, courage, tricksters and trickery, then this could be the book for you. And it's really short as well, and you might even be able to find it for free online. So our fourth recommendation comes from Jay in Year 10. He has recommended A Game of Thrones by George R.R. Martin. And this is one of a series of books which the television series is based on. So this book is a great read filled with twists and turns that you would never expect, as well as being able to turn your view on a character in an instant. For example, you may like a character on one page and the next despise them. And if you've seen the television series, you'll know that no characters are safe from being killed off in the most brutal fashion possible. So if you love books which involve feuds, bloodshed, loyalty, and power, this could be the book for you. Our final recommendation comes from C in Year 12, and she has recommended Captain Corellis Mandolin, which follows themes of love, loss, and hope. It's also set in or during the time period of World War II, so if you're interested in World War II and history, you might also find this quite interesting as well. So C has written that this book is set predominantly on the Greek island of Kefalonia during the Italian and German invasion of the island during World War II. The novel is told through the viewpoints of several characters whose stories intertwine as the novel progresses. While all characters experience devastating loss and tragedies, the message of hope, resilience, and family love that supersedes these events is startlingly relevant in today's strange circumstances. The novel has something for everyone, whether that be history, geography, romance, politics, religion, or even music. It's definitely a book I'd recommend if you want to escape from the abnormality of today's day-to-day life and be reminded of the need for communities and strangers to help each other during these times. So it seems like quite a fitting book for all of us stuck in a version of lockdown, and seems like a great way to escape the monotony and see a different country. So thanks for watching, everyone. That's just 6 different recommendations. You should be able to find any of those texts on Amazon or maybe even in the supermarkets. If you do have your own recommendations that you would like to be featured, please email them over to me and I'll try and select you for our next video.